Welcome guys to our second video in our van build series. Today we'll be talking about our battery installation and the MAXXAIR fan as well that we put inside of the roof.
We'll mostly explain how we did right here in our apartment, because we don't have much footage of those two installations because we asked for help from our friends and family, so we were with other people chatting, having a good time, and so we didn't take time to record much. That's why we're here.
But we still have some footage, so you'll see some stuff. So we'll start with the battery installation. There's many different types of batteries that you can buy, and they're not cheap either. We went with a deep cycle battery. Honestly, we're not mechanics, so we asked for Gab's cousin who is, and he installed it for us. So if ever you're not comfortable doing it yourself, it's totally understandable, and go ask for help.
Do we even have anything to say on our battery? I don't even know what's the voltage, what's the...
Well, so for the battery itself, it is connected to the ProMaster's alternator. We also have the bigger alternator so we can produce more electricity when we roll. So basically it's when you drive, you create current that goes and charge your car battery. So when you start, you need that. But once it's full, it will transfer that power to your external battery. Then you'll use to charge your phone, your computers, or other appliances that you may have inside of your van. Some people will have 1, 2, 3 mini batteries. Some people will also have solar. We don't have solar yet because we have to respect our budget, but that will come eventually. So basically, how do you access the ProMaster's car battery is under the driver's feet. So where the pedals are, there's some sort of board or whatever you can remove, and that's where you access the battery. And then we've connected a battery isolator on the side of the step of the van. Gab's cousin found a perfect place for it, and it fits perfectly. Well, he unscrewed that, passed the wire, connected it to the battery, connected it to a battery isolator, and then from the isolator we have a big wire that runs from the battery, well, from the isolator all the way to your external battery in the back. Because there's a long distance between them, you need a bigger wire to pass the current so you don't lose power through the wire. And the battery isolator is very important to have one. It's for when you're rolling, the battery isolator will be open, so the current will pass from your car battery to your external battery. So when you stop driving and you just take the key out, the isolator will cut the current from your car battery to your external battery. So what that means is that you'll just be using your external battery for your appliances, so you will never So you'll never run out of current in your car battery, and you'll always be able to start out again. So the last important thing for your deep cycle battery is to have a battery inverter. So the inverter will be connected directly to the 12 volts onto the deep cycle battery, but the inverter will transform your electricity into 110 volts? Amps? No, volts. 110 volts, like your normal household plugins. So with the inverter, you'll be able to plug in your appliances and stuff like that. Next.
What about our fan? So we bought a really popular MAXXAIR fan, not the top of the line, the one just before that, so we don't have the remote, but we still have 10 different power levels. So we have an intake, outtake of air, so we want to use it when we cook, because we'll use propane, so it's really important to remove the air, well, because it creates a lot of condensation with propane, the food cooking, for smell, for eventual moist, moist. And so yes, you want to remove the air, and if it's too hot, you want to bring some air in. So it has both options. And the one thing that's really cool with MAXXAIR Fan that we didn't see on every fan is that you can use it while it's raining. So with the MAXXAIR Fan, you can keep it up and it won't close, but rain and water won't get in as well.
Exactly.
So far we're fans. MAXXAIR fans. I didn't thought about it. It's crazy. The black one was like 50 bucks more than the white one. So first of all, at first I wanted the black one because it looks good with the red van, black stripes on the side, but let's be realistic. 50 bucks just for black doesn't make much sense, so we bought the white one. And it's totally fine, you don't even see it. It's so high on the top of the roof. It goes with the sky, so we don't see it. So don't pay extra for that. So for the fan, so what we did is, again, we were not so comfortable with the idea of cutting the roof of our van. It's a brand new van, so yeah, it's just so painful to see it happening. But I have a friend, well, the boyfriend of my friend, which is a friend as well, he's in mechanics and he's used to it. He's been building cars. He did a wonderful job. The thing is, unlike us, he was used to use his tools. So he felt comfortable doing it. So we went there to their house, got on the roof and marked down the fan. It's really simple to install.
We'll have a instruction manual and it's, I'm pretty certain of this dimension, but it's 14 by 14, it's a square. Trace it out with a Sharpie. A couple tips that he told us, when you're cut, put some tape on. I don't know why, but he says it's always better to cut with tape. So just put masking tape and cut in that direction. Also, you can use a jigsaw or a buffer. He used a buffer and he really prefers that because a jigsaw, with the
vibration.
Yeah, with the vibration of the saw, it will make the roof vibrate, and bits of paint can flake out and you can have rust eventually.
Well, about rust, we didn't take any chances. It also recommended us to paint the edge of the cuts.
Yeah.
So we bought card paint. Oh yeah, we have it. So we bought rust painting red.
Well, it's anti-rust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so we installed the fan. One super important thing is the space between the frame of the fan and the roof. So you have putty, like...
Yeah, putty. Some sort of, I don't know, rubber putty that you put under, sticky putty, under the and to double it up, you put sealant. So you should put water sealant, not water sealant, but anti-water sealant all around, like this stuff you would use in your bath or windows.
Go generously.
Yeah, put a lot, and also on the top of the screws. Yeah.
One other thing, when you cut the roof, when you're inside the van, so it'll make a mess. We wanted first to have a bag taped around where we would cut. It's the smartest thing, I think, to do. The thing is, we didn't check before if our bag was big enough. So we couldn't even have it opened all the way. What we thought of after that was to use some cardboard we had to kind of just keep it up, and taped it. Metal was still coming out on the sides. It's a little messy. Use goggles for sure if you're around. Don't stay under the place you'll cut. It's kind of obvious, but it takes you by surprise. Yeah, but it takes you by surprise. I wasn't expecting so many things coming out inside the van. It was like a fire in the van with the buffer. I guess maybe not with any with other tools, but it felt like the van was on fire from inside. So yeah, be prepared. So overall, we are so grateful for the help we had.
Alright guys, so that's it for this video. We really hope you enjoyed. So stay tuned for next week where we'll be installing our studs inside of the van. You don't want to miss that. And after that will be the installation as well. So a lot is coming. Stay tuned, one video a week. So
be there, because we will be there.
Yes, very well said, Gab. If you have some questions, anything at all, don't hesitate. Leave them in the comments. We'll check them out for sure. Like the video, leave a comment, consider subscribing as well. All that good stuff. And we'll see you next week.